execution towards B.
Yeah, 5 players grouping up, 3 players to defend. It's going to be a bloodbath to begin the pistol. Tomazine going to lead the charge on through. Buddha pushing through the smoke, though. Tomazine will catch him off guard. DGT gets an angle, but loses it. And every single fight for 9Z. It's going to be the site for BESTIA the plant. And probably this pistol round. Gives us some time to talk about these map picks that just went down earlier on as David eats a gush and probably to go the rest of the round. But we see a bit of an interesting veto, a bit of a curveball tossed in here by BESTIA. They ban out one of their best maps in Nuke. Of course, it's 9Z's best map as well. And they're locking in the Inferno to kick this one off.
Yeah, I mean, the veto is obviously super interesting when you get brackets, but that Molly's going to buy some valuable time, and it's going to buy a third rotate back over towards A.
Yeah, Dekov is going to push up towards top middle, though. He's going to take initiative versus DGT, and DGT will be able to clean up his fight. Now jump down to the pit. Meyer going with this teammate will be able to clean up. Tomazine will do the talking, and Meyer comes away with a double kill. Tomazine as well, adding to the feed. It's a quick 2v2. The bomb plant put in, but it's Noxie's AWP that can really do the talking here.
They fire off in the post plant here. Hasn't popped a shot off just yet, but they're already wrapping up towards lane.
Yeah, you have Myron behind. Cart not ready for Max, though. Swings wide. Buddha will get the trade, but Noxie not playing his hand just yet. Hasn't even fired a shot with an op this round. He only have one opportunity to do so, and he makes good on it. 4-0 start here for BESTIA.
Tough shot playing around that smoke right there as it fades away, though. He gets
9Z on land. And while 9Z, you know, they played about to expectation in IEM Dallas. You want to do more than expectation, and that is what BESTIA are doing right now. A triple nade stack towards top banana is answered, though, by Try. It goes to the 4-on-4.
Yeah, that's a nice little trade back. A great way to open up proceedings. Get yourself a free opening pick like that, catching Max off with the utility, the bombardment. But the answer swift from Try catches Noxie a little bit off guard there as he tries to readjust his crosshair. That's a bold play for Try to make as well, knowing that you're up against an op. He gets the job done here. A lot of emphasis on the retake of banana control here. The issue is they're going to get this information, but it's going to be too little too late. David is alone on A.
Oh, this is so precarious. He has to get prepared for these fights. And, I mean, one is probably more than you ever expect David to get. Now, the bomb is actually stuck in pit, so it might take some time for that to get onto the site. This is valuable for 9Z to get into position and maybe give this one a go on the retake, but currently locked out by smokes. BESTIA are looking to get 6 in a row here.
And we know how those A-side post plants will oftentimes go. And it's so slim pickings when it comes to trying to recover this round here, but they're going to try and make an effort here up lane with Noto's presence as well, but they're already losing numbers.
Yeah, DGT unaware. Smoke spam from the A1S. Connects some damage, but no kill. No dice for 9Z. It will be 6-0 for BESTIA as they are going to storm off to a very early lead on Inferno.
And the hunting as well. Try not even going to be able to save his AWP either. Buddha getting chased down as well. He will land a nice little multi-kill. Op is recovered as well, so safety for him. The BESTIA, man. Fire a boost setup on towards porch. Can BESTIA handle this? A curveball being tossed in by 9Z. The hold, the flash is so great. Buddha very lucky to be alive, but it's Max who goes down first. The lane setup still intact, but only for the moment. David praying inside the smoke. Max turn though, and he makes a double out of it. Still tucking away inside the smoke. Praying for dear life, but David gets a third, a fourth. David has made the whole defense himself. The first round for 9Z. David finally gets his chance here again, left on an
towards top middle, already flying up lane. David just only now getting prepared for the whole DGT inside of pit. Players with nades out, but the spray isn't good. David though, he's just a turret right now. Up above, sees the whole site, guns down the whole team, and it's Myron on 6 points of health, and 9Z are gonna put a quick second on the board here as Myron falls eventually. BESTIA try to turn up the heat, but 9Z say no.
Yeah, this time there's a lot more defenders ready, more set. Might get back to the, slow, patient defaults that honestly have been working out so well.
We'll see, but right now still gas here for Bestia, but it's working out. 3-player setup towards top banana gets erased. The only reply is David, who has been so active here in middle, but he's not present there on the B site. It's up to try. He makes his way from Coffins. He quick scopes up onto Niko, and there goes David. Another multi-kill out of him. Noxy has a clutch.
But David saving the day on the A side by sticking around for a little while longer. Trust that Try can really just defend himself and doesn't decide to over-rotate. Gonna leave Noxy into the 1v2 where he's trying to avoid David's crosshair. He's just going to tuck in towards mini pit though, so at the very least Noxy's going to have to clear this first, and then he just plants the bomb. He's going to have to worry about what lies over towards pit. We'll see if he clears it. Oh, I think he stepped up. Yeah, there it is. David going to finish the job, and he's just on fire right now in these last 3 rounds.
This stuff is unreal. Soul Factor, who has done that here for 9Z.
Yeah, I mean, so far 8 kills on the last 3 rounds. You're putting up a masterclass here. Now Buddha gonna have some fun farming up some sweet ecos. Smokes continue to be recycled down the bottom of banana. I will give you some credit. That's what you were kind of leading into before the game even started as well. Talk about how David was definitely, you know, one of the more underrated factors of this team. So he's definitely showing, you know, full capabilities right now, firing on all cylinders, especially when it was required. Someone needed to lift 9Z off in this early parts of CT side.
The anticlimactic nade kills always providing some fun. DGT taking some steps forward. Look, man, it's just the ecos. Get some confidence going. Well, I mean, David already has enough of that. That's another triple kill for him, as 9Z are going to pick up 4 in a row. Jiggle peek on the angle. Bestia testing top middle. They swing, but it's only the tag through the wall. There goes the shot. And DGT, though, aggressive on the angle. And that's the headshot to Deco. And that's the man advantage for 9Z. Tomazine doesn't want to wait for the play. He wants to make it happen. Might need to. Bestia pressuring multiple parts of the map here.
I'm gonna find another smoke over towards banana. That's where the bomb is right now. 2 players split up on this T side. I don't know if we're going to get a decision actually made here, unless they decide that they're going to instantly barrel back in towards that A side. Not a bad idea, though. There's only 2 players here. One of them has been stopping you at every phase of the execute. So will David be able to replicate those results, because it's necessary now?
Crossfire between David and Try seems so lethal, and there's another multi-kill. Try, though, gets deleted by Tomazine, and that gives Bestia access into the site with 10 seconds on the clock. That bomb's getting planted.
Tomazine showing some real patience in the apps side of things, so he's able to step out and catch Try off guard. Now we've got a 3v2 where Luchov is actually getting active here.
Oh, great flash, though. Forces the shot out, but no kill. It's Tomazine who needs to make this round happen. Eats a dink, but not much damage. It's Luchov who's picking up the op and putting it to work. Tunnel visioning into lane. That's another shot out of Luchov. And Tomazine will clean it up. 5 kills between the 2 of them. And Bestia are back on their feet.
It's an excellent pull off right there. Back over towards the A side of things.
Yeah, just enough time. Little utility remaining, but DGT does have a molly that could get deployed. It could be devastating, as Buddha at the back of the site. Chaos here. Buddha almost thrives, and if he runs out of ammunition, but it's DGT's molly that will finish the job. Get the man advantage going here for 9Z. They're up for the retake. David, smoke spam, finishes off Noxy. It comes down to Myron here. A 1v3, a surefire opportunity. A jiggle peek, though. A great headshot on a DGT, but time bought for David to get yet another multi-kill. 9Z are going to close the gap to just 2.
I don't know, 6 rounds or 5 rounds in a row. Either way, just as impressive. David going to get them another purchase, so that is good news.
Let's see what Bestia can do. Pass towards top banana. Again, Max, though, will not have that same success. Deleted by Noxy. More players behind from where that came from. No time for these rotations that 9Z have hit these sites with. The anchor's down, and the B site is open. Plant to go through, but a bang there. Try gives it his best effort, but it's not enough, as Bestia, with just 2 kills, will break open this round and take it away from 9Z.
We've seen a plethora of ideas from BESTIA so far as well. We've seen the very quick rushes that they have to offer. Myron is going to find an exit there. David. No kills for you this round here. Myron going to take that and just kind of fall back as well. But it feels like the playbook here is pretty deep for BESTIA, as it should be. This is their map pick. They just keep on coming up with ideas. Always ready for, you know, a new tactic. Try stuck between a rock and a hard place now, trying to hold on to his AWP.
Oh,
Teammate gets hunted. Everyone will fall here on 9Z.
And 0 loss bonus here. Just perfect timing. Calls on the execute just as the rotate falls away. Real read on the game, but very awkward there from Luchop. The spray goes awry. Max holding on toward top banana, and it's stuff like this that is winning 9Z rounds. Somehow, Max gets a triple kill, literally all on his own. And then Tomazine meets the Scout of Try. Yep, it was destined to be 10 rounds, but Destiny, Max doesn't care about any of that.
As I said, 9Z's firing right now.
And that's all that matters. Sometimes that will drag you into rounds, drag you back into games, as 9Z will push immediately. Shaking here, but now has teammates to back him up. Can David put on the hold as the whole execute? The retake comes back in through the back halls, and David puts the first in the feed, but a goosh landed on the remaining players. BESTIA really feeling antsy about this one. They need to get on the bomb. The defuse going out. Tomazine is getting there almost all the way, but now someone needs to start the defuse. Decomp, he's picked up the kit. He might be able to get this one in out of ammunition. The knife out, but the defuse is there for BESTIA.
Oh, man. Absolute disaster right there. They sneak.
They are fully committed into the lane setup. If DCs fly out of apartments, there's nothing stopping them. Buddha's going to get himself down into mini pit. Tomazine feels compromised as 3 players leap out of the apartments. Myron up on the boost. Oh, he takes off the silencer. Don't want to do that. Don't want to let it bark just yet. The Mac 10, though, and David will be doing all of that. The site is taken here by 9Z. Just a retake from the lane. And the bomb yet to cross into the site with David so low. It's a bit out of sorts here, but a great set of damage dealt to Tomazine. It really comes down to Dekov. Can he drop the bomb down in the pit with 20 seconds remaining? His back turned to David. Peeking up back and forth, but it's Buddha's Mac 10 that gets the job done, and a forced by victory was feeling inevitable there for 9Z.
That's really incredible stuff right there.
A flash setup here, but no one behind the corner just yet until Max decides to swing wide. What a play. So aggressive, so disrespectful there from Max to get that kill.
I mean, they threw so much utility to try and retake Banana, and then finally, you know, they decide they want to stick around towards Banana, and they just get blasted out of the server by Max. Now, there's still a lot of emphasis on this A side here, but Brackets is getting punched apart.
Yeah, Tomazine goes down, Meyer next, and Dekov has played his hand. They know he's the only player here on this site. You'd have to make a guess. A little bit of hesitation here from 9Z. But Dekov is just out of there. He's going to take his ticket out of this A site. And 9Z, after losing the pistol, are going to storm off and take the lead.
Incredible. And they do it on the T side here. Again, something I've said, they've kind of struggled to coordinate when they were playing up against meta, but seems like they've talked through the issues already. They've come through with what I feel like is just really good calling for Max. He's also taking some fights on an individual front that are working out well. He's getting those entries. So I see over towards the B side, you got David playing out of his mind. Now they're hot on the heels here. A little bit of a hunt action, but Max is going to swiftly deal with that. And he's the only player hunting, so all good there. As I was saying, I mean, they're coordinating incredibly well. Feels like they're walking into those empty bomb sites, taking risks that usually you get punished for, but they're getting away with it here big time. Exactly where you want your opposition on the CT side, but extra help towards the B side wouldn't hurt right now.
flash on through the smoke. Noxy, though, with the off back sight. Finally, perhaps some room here. Noxy, another shot rings out, a tag, but David gets him while blind. Yet another multi for him. Fake plant here for try, but there is time to get the digits in. It's the two most lethal players here on 9Z at the moment. Try and David to lock down the disadvantage, put it together, and it's a great flick on the decov. He eats the headshot, but you have David at full HP as well. But the leap across there from Try is gonna potentially cost his team. David, he swings out, he lands the first bullet on the Myers, but Thomasine does have the trade. That just shows how dangerous David is, but Bestia will squeak by with the round.
No, I believed. I almost believed when he was backed into a corner with no HP left and no teammates alive.
They're not getting ahead of themselves. Up 2 rounds right now on a major comeback. They were down 10-6. They lost the pistol. Now they hold a massive lead and a nade stack on Noxy. Nice AWP. It's on the floor.
So quickly, and Apartment's aggression gets shut down by Buddha as well. There's only one defender left on this A side, and he's going to get overwhelmed soon.
It's mine. He has to put on a major hold, and it's not there. An instant trade, a triple kill out of Buddha. The flames, the gunshots, doing all the damage. Decop will come back in rotation there. It's going to be an effort to keep this round in the hands. Bestia, that's a little silent drop there for David.
It's nice. It doesn't make noise, but he also ran a little bit on the ledge there, so I feel like that might give it over a little bit.
Either way, it's going to be a sprint up to the B site. Simple as that. Buddha, I mean, he's hunting for his ace. Oh, Jiggle Peak game. Buddha's toying with his opponent. Give himself a chance to have a bit of fun with it. Why not? Oh, sneaking out in the open. Decop with a nice flick on over, but that's all it really is, as 9Z will press to 14 now.
Absolutely love what Buddha's been doing so far on that A side, man. He has been a thorn in their side. Feels like so many different rounds. Sometimes he has given over his life, but that's kind of the nature of the beast. He's just been so patient, so effective in that boiler position. It's kind of where he's lived for the last, 8 or so rounds. He has found so much impact there. Even when a lot of the hits have been over towards that B side, he's been keeping attention towards that A side of the map by just staying alive, landing those timings. And Bestia still, late into the game, not sure how they really want to deal with it.
Save after save. Just a bit, as 9Z are looking to rip this map pick away from them. And turning up the gas. Try. Oh, well, it doesn't look that elegant. Standing in the flames, the nades, but the instant wide swing trade is punished, though, by Noxy. And Thomasine even takes down David for once. 9Z's pace change is met with a punish.
Fantastic work so far. 2v4, they still need to close. Axis considering pushing past this smoke. You might be able to see before he moves fully through it. Instead, they just fall off here. Players still on balcony is going to be very difficult to deal with, though.
He got a glimpse. He might have got a glimpse, but it doesn't matter about that because Myron's going to lock in the last 2 kills. You might be able to see your opponent. Doesn't mean you can get all the frags. Bestia finally break a huge deadlock in terms of closer to that 30-round mark. And this is where they started to struggle versus meta. Where they got going really strong on the T side early on. Meta got back into the game. Now it's Bestia who are doing the same. Opening kill the way of Luchov. Lots of damage dealt, yes, but it's 9Z who are on the back foot and staring down 30 rounds of regulation.
Just a similar spout of aggression as well there as last round where he just got beaten by the op. He's willing to run it on back once more, and this time he gets the opening pick. Takes a lot of damage for it, but still he's put it into a 4v5. He's dealt with the pesky max on the B side of things, so some silver linings here. Bestia still got a stable hold towards that A side as well.
It's going to be advanced up towards long for once. Thomasine, a great nade. Chunks down GGT. Luchov, though, is very low inside this graveyard position. That Tech 9 could be good enough at this range. 40 seconds. On top of the bike, and David with the first bullet. That is the gun to go with David. A second kill for a DGT with the trade, and the A site wide open. Unbelievable scenes from 9Z.
Who else but David to lock it in when it matters the most? They still have to close out in the 2v3, though. Retake effort is on. How committed are they? No, Noxy doesn't want to lose this AWP. Decop doesn't have a lot of money left to him. Are they going to give it an attempt in this 2v3? They're met by smokes on the inbound.
Dude, David is a phantom. You see him and you're gone. Decov and Noxy are just sticking around, hoping for some glory frags, but nothing's gonna happen here. It's 15 for 9Z. Who else but David to bring it home? Sure, the op will be pried away from Try, but it could be the same here for Noxy. They've gotten past his angle. Jumping back and forth, Noxy's not even gonna chance it, but 15 will be locked in for 9Z. And they put together an overtime on their map pick. They were up 6-0 to begin. Tough scenes past that. Luchov battling out, but too labored on the spray, and Decov asleep at the wheel as DGT flies right through the smoke. Another Phantom hits Bestia as the B side opens, but the CT smoke isn't there, and Tomazine collects another bomb still in spawn, and everything going awry here for 9Z.
Oh, they jumped the gun a little bit too much right there. Met by a molly as well. David, sound cues given over to the CT side to reinforce this A side of the map. HG's doing further damage. They've got another player with the op as well.
And that's Try going down, hitting the floor. What was looking like such an overwhelming victory has calmed on down. Max, he's not even going to clear this. Now the positions of every single player is known here for David. How will he decipher this clutch? 30 seconds remaining. He's making his way up the arch side.
He's got time to move, but he needs to jump the gun here. If he heads in towards the B side, if he goes towards CT, he's going to be met by deadly op. Instead, he likes to go towards A, which Iron's going to deal with.
And Iron up top, out in the open. There's Tomazine, and he does deliver on the fight. No clutch effort there from David, as we will go all 30, and the money bottomed out.
Bomb site, and you know what that means, man. BESTIA are put in prime position to win this out right now.
Utility being lined up. Luchov taking steps forward. The crossfire between himself and Tomazine. Oh, it goes awry. It's DG2 get the triple. This is unreal. It's a 5-man A stack, and everything falls to pieces. The bomb's off to the B site, and Noxy goes down. 5 players doesn't. This map has been a pretty consistent pick for 9Z, but it has been up and down as of late. Coming back off the player break, perhaps a little bit sluggish, and that is what DGT is doing down there. Not prepared for the opening aggression. Buddha also has to fall on back. Luchov has just landed 2 deagle headshots, and surprise, it's a 1v3 within the first 25 seconds. David locked out behind the smoke. Nate drops on in. Spam is going to take down Tomazine, but Luchov just fires right back, and in the span of 30 seconds, it's a force by victory for BESTIA.
There you go. All by Wars, of course, kicking things off early. No surprises there.
Crunching to be short. Luchov gets the flash and a perfect swing and a headshot to follow it. It's up there from BESTIA. Another piece of aggression here from Myron. Wide swing as the smoke blooms. And Try feeling in trouble here as Myron will drag him down as BGT with 1 headshot. That is the only reply that 9Z have in this one. Smothered. As BESTIA takes all of this beat short control away from him, and we will see a second here for the full Argentine squad. Or will we? I'm not. Perhaps I speak too soon. With 7 HP and Buddha, I think I can silence my. All right, thank you very much. Way more kills.
The game here. See that take place. Iron definitely keeping his distance, even though Headshots are lining up there. They still walked away just fine. And yeah, they're doing good work. Spacing nicely. BESTIA taking some flak there, but it's not the biggest of worries. DGT hoping for a kill on the lurk here. He should be cleared.
But at the end of it all, it's just the Glocks. Full eco goes the way of BESTIA. 3-1 lead for them. BESTIA taking all this control towards B short once again. But 9Z are going to lay off for just a little bit and let BESTIA make the moves and then capitalize. DGT up on the boost.
Very quickly assembled right there before they ever realize the boost is already finding a kill and being disassembled. Well done from 9Z to open up proceedings right there, especially when we talk about the map control that's being prioritized from BESTIA. They are doing a great job of covering in the early stages of mid. And that right there is the exact sort of reaction that you need to deal with that, especially when we talk about following up that mid control with some further cat aggression here. This default, though, David waiting patiently, and that's a freebie pick. He's waiting for more as well.
Yeah, he's prepared. He understands that if there's one pushing this deep, only a second. Tomazine goes in for the fight. Will win it. Takes a lot of flak while he's there. And mid-re-aggression, that's probably going to spur on 9Z into the B site, which is completely empty at this moment. And it should just be a simple round from here. Plant. And the second round for 9Z geared up, unless BESTIA really want to give this retake a go.
They're interested. Poking and prodding in relative safety right now, but soon they're going to be thrown into the fray here. Maxing an off angle. Instant headshot from him.
Just sent packing there, Tomazine. Still sticking around. Like, Luchov wants to get some kills in, and he does. Double dink there on the max. Giving it a go, but allowing Buddha to heat up. Didn't get to see much from him in Inferno, but that is a nice spray transfer.
Yeah, that's super clean.
We have a little bit of a step forward here again from BESTIA. Noxy picks up the angle that Max wasn't prepared for. And a simple opener goes the way. Now Buddha. Oh, you're not the right time to pull out utility. He has the whole team swinging his way. And no bomb control even here for 9Z just yet. The frags are very much still on the table, but they're not being converted. Tomazine picks one up in middle. Myron eventually goes down. 2 versus 4 with the minute on the clock. 9Z are in the hole.
Big time right now. They need some sense of recovery here. Try holding an angle, not the right one. And I think it might have been fun. Not quite. Freebie pick right there, and the trade comes through quickly. That's the issue. Now David left into another 1v3 situation.
Popping up there. Well done from the try, but David gives his back over to Luchov, roving around too many angles to keep a pair of eyes on. That's a good position early on now. David, again, roving around this A main side. He knows he has multiple targets he has to deal with, and he's mixing and matching his positioning right now, but can't beat Decomp. Too many players to deal with there for David. Another challenger, though, approaches Luchov, taking on Max. Smoke deployed, though. Luchov doesn't want to have any of it just yet. Just holding his line for the moment. Luchov will make his escape. And in the meantime, through middle, more ground being gained. Despite being in the disadvantage, 9Z have the space. 9Z have the pressure. You see, BESTIA are going to begin to force themselves forward, looking for that information. Right now, it's the CT side is being dragged all over the place at the moment, but then the kills come through. Decomp picks one up on the DGT. Tomazine, though, traded out. But still more reinforcements on the site. Luchov closing in on the max. That's the bomb dropped eventually, and that should be the round. A little bit awkward there for BESTIA, but they get the job done.
Yeah, that's just fantastic. Control taken early to take down David, and then they followed that up with the mid-re-aggression as well, so they just take all prongs of the map right there between the duo of Tomazine. We'll close things out accordingly. BESTIA
taking fights with Liberty. We're going to see a pop through the doors. Can this setup hold? This time around with a little delay. It's a quick little 1-for-1, but an open avenue given through the ramp, and Luchov does need to hold the line, and he does. The rifle drop from Buddha, and Bestia are looking to advance closer and closer to 6 rounds.
Well, plenty of time for the rotations to arrive here. He's got some backup now. Smoke soon to fade. He's still got coverage right now. Pretty nasty crossfire to break through. That's going to allow for some isolation right there. One peeks forward, though, straight past the smoke. I'm not going to worry too much about that. David, he's sharp, but not that sharp. And it's going to be hunted down with the USP as well. It'll be taken care of, and it's 6 on the board here. This is a great
Wither trying to take this B short control. David once again, A main, his domain, and a perfect flashbang, but full blinded up. Dekov has had his number.
Shut down the beast of that last map as well. Always good for some good aggression here. This pen being heard as well from the players over in Cave, and now execution so telegraphed here. Met by Molly's, met by 3 players ready in defense. They've got mid covered as well, so there's no missing pieces here on the defense.
DGT, though, a very impactful fight that is lost. And the bomb dropped as well as Luchov pushes out from Cave. Tomazine begins to close down the defense. Now Buddha comes up with the triple kill. He's on for the 1v5, but is about to come face to face with his maker and Noxy. And that's 7-2 now.
Buddha, the only one able to put up some resistance right there in this round. Now he's being able to fire. Bring up, so that's their cue to re-aggress over towards Cave. And they drop the bomb to make matters even worse. They cover mid. All angles covered, but this E-rush could catch him off guard.
And it does. There's only one player on the site, and then David hammers a deagle shot down range. Tomazine is down. Luchov next in line as the Tech 9s chew through him. 2 versus 4. A retake effort does seem likely with the gap in the smoke, but David hammers in another. 2 deagle headshots, shots through the smoke as well. Noxy, is there any escape for you? The shot just whizzed by him in the smoke. And David hands him a headshot. Welcome to 9Z's world. It's their 3rd round. Oh man, is it next in towards Cave? Taking out the rotator, the next line of defense, who didn't even have a chance to fire back. That is devastating. But Noxy taking steps forward. Once again, Bestia not losing their threat, not losing their win condition. Get past another. Dekov also take up the mantle, but little as you know, a player has snuck into Cave, and in the meantime, oh, they're gonna assemble a boost right into Max, and this is gonna go horribly, you think. How are they alive? Well, not for much longer is the answer. The problem is Dekov is cutting off the bomb right now in towards B short, but if these kills go the way of DGT, all things can be focused on towards the bomb, and now that Dekov falls, DGT is just gonna face the smoke. It might be 2 free kills right on the platter. Hanging out into the corner. Thanks for the free double. 9Z with 2 convincing ones.
Oh, man. That's sneaky right there from DGT. And so necessary that they win 2-man
stack in round 30. Might need one of those here for Bestia. There's 5 players in towards middle. Oh, it could get weird here, though, because the op can only fire 1 bullet at a time. But then the AKs will back it up. 2 kills for the USPs. That's all. 5 rounds for 9Z.
Not bad. You'll take 2 kills there. About all that you can expect with the rush. Bam down range and a bit of a slower pace to this one.
Bestia really cooling down on the early round aggro, and maybe for good reason. That's a fast shot out of try. Tomazine is out before he even knows it.
That's just so pretty from try, man. Hard to hit. Hard to have that reaction time right there to get that done. Mid jump spot there from Dekov catches a little bit of information, but this gear back in towards the A side is going to leave a lot of pressure on just Myron completely alone as his 3 teammates are on the other side of the map.
He's tucked away in this corner, and this does get cleared fairly often. How often, though, is the question. He swings out, and oh, you're done. You're toast. As even Max cleans up the rotators in middle. It's just Dekov to fire off a headshot. That's it. 1v4 to save. There goes 9Z once again, heating up, finding their stride, and yet another map. They're going to close this deficit to 1.
Back to some of the strong calling as well, identifying the weak points of the map. You can see an exit here from Dekov, but that's going to queue up some very aggressive players here now. Running through B. Ready to greet him with open arms here. Will they be able to find the exit? Oh, this angle is pretty deadly, but I think he's being heard here. Certainly, it seems to be the case, and Buddha has so much health to tank through. 9Z continuing the spree here on this T side. Seems like they've kind of more opportunities here for him to take control, pull a little bit of a flank effort off. Meanwhile, the utility being bombarded here. He's going to have a big flank opportunity. He's running, though.
Sprinting, but Noxy just completely unaware. He doesn't know that this possibility even exists. Luchop with the 1 kill so far. And he falls next. David cleans up the site. And this could get weird as his spidey senses tingling. He says, I think I just missed something. He turns back around as the op shot. And Dekov gets checked. 7-all here for 9Z. They were down very far behind, but they've completely reset the BESTIA economy over and
Do you think about what this half could have been even, alongside that, considering they could have won the second round conversion, gotten the force buy, punished. 3-0 start. Could have been the case here, but Thomasin going to cover mid control early and helped out by Noxy with the op. That's 2 great opening picks.
All right, that's more like we want to see here from BESTIA. It's what they were getting going when they went on their 7-2 run. And Thomasin now even taking liberties out middle, and this round is complete dominance. 4 points of damage inflicted total this round, and it's done. 8-7. BESTIA at least with the statement.
See if they can get that job done. Ready to make a move on in towards that A side here, but there's a lot of resistance ready to be met here. Dualies are close by.
Oh, David up above is looking to chew through multiple of them. BESTIA locked out by a smoke, by a pair of dual Berettas, and by David Deus. 3 versus 5 with nothing much to say. It is Thomasin working up the mid house. That is the 1 win condition. But it's going to be tough. He has a fight with Buddha on his hands.
Yeah, and right now everyone's just brought over the rotations because the bomb is on the other side of that smoke here. So BESTIA played their hands. Now they have to pick up the pieces where they left off. But they're shaking up the setup here. They're putting more reinforcements elsewhere. So maybe this can be a bit of an element of surprise for the 9Z.
Psych their opponents out potentially. Noxy's going to work through Donut. Thomasin has his duel with Buddha. Oh boy, can he not win it. That is an instant headshot. Buddha's locked in. Definitely not asleep at the wheel there. And while the Gush landed on the GTT, it is both players' fault. Noxy giving himself a good effort. Now in the 1v4 and torn between so many different angles. 9Z will pick up the second pistol, but they do have to make good on that 4th-5 conversion.
Explosive once they're finally in action.
Yeah, the one scary part, DGT is without head armor and out in the open. Open and praying. Shots don't connect. David now is MP9 can shoot through these head armorless pistols. Luchop will go down. The rest are kind of armored up. There's the Juggernaut, but the P250 can't line up multiple. Instead, it will be the Tech 9. Just Myron remaining. DGT will lock it in.
I'm already losing one of those second round conversions. So Noxy goes for a deagle pick towards middle. They are really looking for fights.
It's honestly a real testament to why they're so dominant in the reach. But Noxy and the eagle headshot and utility out in the open. Some very big and egregious mistakes being made early here. And it's going to be transitioned into this A play. David is here on the scene. What can he do? Oh, yeah, a lot. All on his own at the triple kill. Why did I even doubt him? 1v2 here for Thomasin. No armor on this play either. So planting this bomb will be ultra difficult. Minute on the clock. He has room to maneuver. And he's going to attempt this plant, and he will be successful in that. But getting ran down from multiple angles. The plant is probably the best thing he could have asked for there. Double digits to 9Z.
Yeah, I mean, you get the bomb plant, you hit the magic number of 3 kills, forcing a lot of reinvestments. You know, DGT is going to need a drop, so that's going to break some of that economy that Max has built. Faith. And try not missing, which, you know, kind of understand why, but that, I mean, it's slim pickings. You don't even got much vision here, really. That's a flashbang that will set him up here. Aggression perfectly timed. That's a bomb dropped as well with 45 seconds left on the clock, but a trade is quick.
Info's there. Molly deployed. Where are those rotates? Are BESTIA gonna try and extinguish through it? Drop a smoke to at least sell a sound cue, but they're gonna try and back up the middle. David on the line. He's in such a committed angle. He's going for the fight. He's swinging for the fences. Max gets their backs turned while the rest of the team walks into the B site. 2 kills go back, and Noxy will actually clean up the rotate. BESTIA can establish themselves in the post play, but Noxy's going back into cave. Head-to-head versus David. David's been good on this before, but Noxy will deliver. But running with his knife out, that's gonna cost you. Luchov now, his position revealed. But time is really beginning to tick on that bomb. Halfway gone, 45 HP. Can Luchov win it versus Try jumping out, but the no-scope from Try will win it. And 9Z hold down the gas pedal.
Unbelievable right there. They're able to continue the win streak, close to Fuse, but he should have time. And I mean, honestly, with how that round shaped up with the timer with no kits available, that no scope was necessary. There wouldn't have been a lot of time.
Might not have a chance. Remember, this is a single elimination tournament. This is a brutal format for every single team involved. See what Myron can make do here to salvage it. It's not good on the spray. It's David who fires one right back. Spam through the smoke, not connecting for Tomazine. Man's disadvantage going for BESTIA.
They're going to try and make a movement out A, it feels like, but they're walking in to try his scope, who's ready and waiting with open arms, and he's really quick on the trigger.
Oh, lets one go past and hits the second. Smart shooting there from Try. David now picking up the slack, and the round ends on the spot. Dominate out. Going in for the half buy. We're looking to see a bit of a pacey rush. They did so, though. I think they go into the blender. A 3-man setup awaits, and they're going to hit the go button here. Try nails the first shot. The next Max chops down the next in line, and DGT is handing out headshots as well. This round is done.
It was flawless right there. Not often are you that prepared, that well put together. When
Buddha has had his moments as well. BESTIA need to gather momentum from somewhere. It's been tough, but this is a start. That is an incredible start. Tomazine makes his way out middle. Double kill. Luchov, another headshot. Quick 3 kills on the opener here for BESTIA. It is sheer dominance. Luchov looking to clean up this last one on the Buddha. Making his way around the site. Great headshot handed out. Needs more, though. Needs more. Almost gets it on the decov. But that should be it for this round. Overwhelming opener for BESTIA.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered for BESTIA. An easy round, a quick 9th, and a quick dent in that economy. Even if you could find this op, that would be the cherry on top. They've got a lot of time to hunt him down as well. So Try gonna have to fight for his life here. Getting himself tucked in towards T-spawn. He has a lot of players hunting his location, and a flank in particular that could be the thorn in his side.
Oof. Knocked out. Still plenty of cash there for 9Z, but that could run out quickly if BESTIA maintain that same pace.
No pressuring just yet. That spam is so close to hitting the mark.
Lutov's gonna fly forward. Extinguish on these mollies. Space. Oh, being ripped away by Luchov. A great entry. An opener. Try, though, misses his quick scope. And once again, yet another blowout round from BESTIA. It's gonna be 11 here. And this game is gearing up to go down to the wire. David is going to stick around. Man is feeling confident right now, but shoots the body. Not prepared. Lots of damage up to Tomazine, but simply not the kill. This has to be a save. This has to be BESTIA to 11, and the economy broken for 9Z.
That's 3 blowouts in a row right there from BESTIA. 9Z losing their foothold on this lead. BESTIA continuing to break away at this. Now Hunt is on. David eager to save, but no luck there. Tomazine continuing to frag up a fury.
The back of Tomazine and his heroics. Luchov also stepping up. Has a fight versus David, though, that he falters in. Gun handed over earlier on. There's also space being taken here by Tomazine in towards Donut, so there is a trade, at least, but it comes in an abstract form.
It's a lot of map control sacrifice, a lot of worry put on them. It all just depends on if they use it or not here. Tomazine, I mean, in this sort of position, you almost guarantee it, but look at this. Continued aggression comes through from David. You would never expect this late into the round. He could cut things off.
Oh my goodness. This could be a dagger, but too long range for his AK. And just imagine the bomb was walking up right behind him as well. There could have been so many things that went awry. But now Noxie's AWP cuts off the entire rotation. And Dekov re-clearing out the A main side. It's going to be a free plant and an unlikely retake for 9Z. We probably are going to see BESTIA make their way on over. As we do see the game finish up, it will be 0-0 Nation as the first team in towards that grand final.
That's it for them. Big win for 0-0 Nation, 2-0. Strong stuff versus tough competition. Winner of this series is going to be playing up against them. Max trying to get away with an AK. All of a sudden, the winner of the series much more up in the air than what we initially thought at the beginning stages of this one. BESTIA putting up a hell of a fight here on the T side, nearly tying it.
Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness. He's going to get two of them and get an AK. It doesn't matter financially speaking, but it's cute.
Catwalking that. Changes the round big time.
Moxie, though, taking steps forward. Op post up. Lands the shot, but the trade's there. Buddha was prepared as Max goes in for the swing. That's the op down on the floor early on. And even at least attempted to be shuffled away. Buddha scooping up the AK. Chav, are you serious? Are you going to walk through this smoke?
I wonder if he thinks he picked up the op but not the AK.
Oh, this could be massive, but Luchov delivers on it. And Try will wheel himself back into position. Picks up the first. Ready for the next as well, but can't escape Myron. This will be the bomb plant in a 2v2. We're getting down to the nitty gritty.
Myron very much isolated. Late on rotation is David. He's not rotating towards middle. Instead, he's going to avoid it and double up towards CT, although DGT is going to avoid for now Myron, but this will allow him to strike late to the round here. Knife is out for Deco, but it doesn't matter.
Can't believe it. David, he's going to take his knife out, push forward, but Dekov also picks up the line as well. We're going to see 13 all as BESTIA are locking this one down.
Continuing to string things together. Effective utility, though, early on to take care of Luchov. A lot of damage. He's already past the scope.
The extinguish there from Max. Walks right on through, but he's out in the middle of the opening. He has a single bullet in his gun. How is he alive? He escapes.
Like a ghost right there, just ducking and dodging all the bullets heading his way, but DGT might not be so fortunate, and he has no utility to get him out of this position.
Oh, massive trouble. Flash will escort him out. But look at the massive shuffle here from 9Z. It is paranoia. This is the fight. Tomazine taking on Max. The off angle here from Max. So he has the AK. He has the one-shot headshot. Tomazine clear. He does not. The body shots are good enough. Tons of damage dealt there. Max gets so much value right then and there. Buddha out middle. He lands a dink, but not enough. Lots of damage. No kills. From Iron, though, he lands the shot. Try misses. DGT right on the edge of the smoke. As it fades, will he be facing the correct direction? Walking on through is Myron, and Noxie cleans up the last. It's the lead for BESTIA.
Just over and over again.
BESTIA are unstoppable at the moment. Double nades down on a Max as well. What can they do? The MP9 is good for one. Max, okay, the 5-7 will make good on at least a kill. A smoke trying to preserve his life for just a moment. And that's the bomb down on the B site. In a 3v3, 9Z are in with a chance. How much so with Noxie's op probing. And oh my goodness, Max considering to push on through the smoke. He instead recycles his own. Real opportunity. That smoke, though, looking to lock them out as Max delivers a kill on 20 HP. How has he gotten away with it? Noxie, though, pushes forward, but only good for the one. Dekov must clutch, or else we're going 30. First kill is on a Mac. It's right through the wall. And the last man standing is David. Just around the site. Rosie making sound cues left, right, and center. David's gonna walk on through, looking for the fight. The plant. It's not a fake. It's a straight stick, and David's gonna win and blast him. All 30.
Oh my god. Absolutely surreal. We'll see if that's new life in 9Z now that they've kept BESTIA at 14 at bay here from grabbing 15. And it might just be try finds the first.
This comeback could be all for naught. A first opening kill. David sneaking in between these smokes. Thomasine, though, could have an angle on these players. Jumping up, the smoke's gonna fade. Multiple backs are turned here. Thomasine cleans up a 2. Max still fighting out. He's running out of ammunition. Myron's gonna try and walk on through, though. Misjudges the ammunition. Gives the kill back. Man advantage for 9Z.
It's not over just yet. Dekov's already deep in towards this A bomb site. Try immediately transition out. And they're still not reacting here. Smokes and Molly's blooming on towards B. Or the A bomb site, rather. But they're so far away from this retake here. Post plants are absolutely surreal. Deep CT right now. This off angle. And Try, he doesn't have any help.
There's no way the op can clear this. It just can't. Try does have some awareness about this possibility. He's jiggle peeking every single corner. Dekov, though, has to be aware of every angle, and he is. Instant headshot of the first. Bomb planted out in the open, and there's no smoke to obscure this defuse. A great flashbang. The boosted angle from Blue Chop. We could see Matt Point first arriving at the hands of BESTIA. The escape is there from Buddha, but Matt Point for BESTIA.
Buddha will go down. Another kill there in the round, but it is going to be map point BESTIA. AK still in the mix for Buddha, so we got some good weaponry still on 9Z, but they're fighting for their lives now, backs against the wall. And I think BESTIA are going to just try and close it with a fast A play.
Oh, Thomas is going to walk right up into the smoke. But Try still has an AWP to work with, but it's only good for the one shot so far. Try tucking away, but DGT will find Thomasine on the edge of the smoke. OT still a very real possibility here. Molly's flashes, but no more smokes remaining here for BESTIA. It might come down to straight gunfights. That's where Noxie and Myron are putting in the work, though. It's looking like we're going to overpass. Noxie's gonna bring us there. 16-14. The clapback is there from BESTIA.
Just fantastic closure right there coming through from BESTIA, man. Something just ignited in them to close that map out.